Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be doing a special painting tutorial because I will be teaching you how to use your palette knives. Yes, just palette knives. Maybe except for the signature part. In painting some flowers, and I chose some roses to as the subject for this painting tutorial. Again, as I told you, we'll only be using our palette knives, which is quite interesting for me. We'll be using no reference at all, and I'll be just going with the flow and yeah, show you how this will turn out. And I hope you learned something from this video. And yes, let's begin now, guys. So as you can see, I'll be using this black canvas, and you can already tell that I painted this over. This was an old painting. Again, I've been recycling some old paintings of mine. These are most of them are from the 2017 beginning days of my art journey. So I don't like this painting anymore. I painted this over just like couple of minutes ago, so it's dry already, and you can actually see the texture from the previous painting. So yeah, let's begin now. So for the roses, we'll be using some red and medium magenta, permanent magenta, and maybe for the leaves I'll be using some yellow to create some green, and I'm gonna mix it with the black. Of course, as you already know, I can mix yellow and black and create some muted green, but I also have the phthalo green just in case, you know, just in case I decide to get some more dark greens. Let's begin now, guys. So I'm also thrilled about this one because, as I told you, I don't know what's gonna happen. So I'm gonna, all right, I'm gonna prepare first. Wait, guys. I'm gonna prepare first my colors. All right, like that. I might need more because we'll be using our palette knives. So when we use our palette knives, it's more of an impasto type of painting. So again, if you are willing to consume more paints, impasto painting is the right painting style for you, or you may want to try the impasto painting. Some people may not want this style of painting because they say it uses a lot of painting, but I think that's the beauty of it because it creates texture that you really don't get when you use your plain brushes. Of course, in general, like 90%, I really like the usual paintbrush painting, the traditional one. The impasto painting, I just want to try this out just to give me some fresh, you know, a new painting tutorial for all of you. So I'll be using some yellow to create some orange color. And of course, white. I think I'll be using a lot of white. All right, so okay, let's begin now, guys, and let's do our first rose. So the view of this painting will be the bird's eye view, meaning we'll be seeing the top portion of the flower as if you're looking above the flower, if that makes sense. So I'm not gonna be making like cup-like shape roses. The front view, I'll be using the bird's eye view of the painting, or of the rose petals. So I'm gonna go first with the dark. Okay, and I'll be using some dark or the permanent magenta. And just use your palette knife. You can use whatever palette knife that you have. It doesn't have to be this size of palette knife. So I'm just using the back portion of the knife, right? Like the flat edge of, it's not the flat edge, it's the back side of the knife. All right, and then I'm gonna create first. All right, where do we start? So you can see I'm really doing this out of like from scratch. So I'm gonna do, all right, I'm gonna do it here. I'm gonna do first the center of the flower, like that. So just like that, and don't worry too much. Okay, like that. Now I'm gonna scatter it using my palette knife like this. I'm gonna scatter it and try to mark already how big the flower is. So I'm gonna use this. I hope that you can see it there. So I'm gonna make it quite big because this will be the first rose. So I'm gonna make the edges quite uneven. I'm not gonna make a round flower here. I really like the uneven edges of the petals. So like that. All right. All right. Now I'm gonna go for the red color. Okay. It's like a shade lighter than the magenta. I'm gonna use this one, and I'm gonna go here just to give it some highlights. Like that. And here inside as well. So as you can see, I'm using first the flat or the back side of the palette knife. Okay. Right, like that. And then I'm gonna get my white color. I'm gonna allow some red paints to mix with my white, and I'm gonna apply that here around the edges of the flower. Okay, like that. I'm also spreading some white colors. And then I'm gonna get my white. This time, I'll be using the edge of the palette knife, and I'm just gonna dab it onto my white paint and make some highlights. So I'm already trying to shape it. I'm using only the edge or the tip of my palette knife. Okay, like that. I'm also, again, making some edges quite uneven. I'm going back to my magenta, the dark one, just to create some depth around the outside petals. And I'm using, again, the edge of my palette knife to also create some texture. Like that. Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna get my yellow. Again, I'm not washing my brush. I'm letting the other colors mix with it. And I'm just gonna go, I'm just gonna apply some yellowness inside my like rose flower. Just hints of it. All right, like that. Okay. I'm gonna get more red this time, more red color. As you can tell, it's really texturized. All right, I'm gonna get my white and make some more highlights. Okay, I'm gonna get again some yellow and apply it like along inside the flower. Alright. And I'm gonna use another palette knife just to have a clean, what they call this, clean palette knife, because it's getting quite muddy. I'm just gonna go again inside. All right. Gonna get my white. And make some more uneven shape. Like that. So that's our first rose. We're gonna go back to that later. So we're gonna go and make some more roses. So I want to make some yellow roses this time. So I'm gonna get first my red color. I'm gonna mix that with my yellow to create some orange color. And this time I'm gonna make it quite small. I mean smaller than this one. Like this. Like that. Now I'm gonna add immediately some white to my orange so that we do the outside petals. Like that. Okay, I'm gonna get again my red and yellow to create some orange color. Create like that. Again, white for the highlights. I'm gonna get some magenta plus red so that we create some like darker tones. All right, like that. All right. Okay, I'm gonna get again my red. And I'm gonna get this time my white. Just for the highlights. All right. Now I'm gonna go back to this flower and I'm gonna apply some more highlights. All right, like that. And here as well. All right, like that. Okay, I'm gonna do one more flower here before we do some leaves. So again, I'm gonna get my pure yellow. Actually, the other paints are mixing, but I really don't mind because I kind of like the mixture of other colors. So I'm going around to create the petals, but I'm making it uneven really. So I'm gonna get my white, mix it with my yellow to create the outer or the outermost petals of, I can say it's really abstractish. So I'm gonna create first the shape of it before we do the highlights. I'm gonna get my white. So I'm gonna make this flower quite overlapping the other two flowers so that, you know, we give it more dimension. Like that. Now I'm gonna get again some magenta. Allowing the paint to mix like that. All right. Okay, now I'm gonna get our green color. I'm gonna get my green. Okay, I'm gonna get my black as well. Because I really want to make some more depth. So I'm gonna get my black. Oops, all right. Okay, with the black paint, since I already have here on my palette, on my palette knife, we're gonna go inside the flowers. Make some depth like this. Just go inside. Okay, like that. And then I'm gonna get my green color. I'm gonna add some tiny bit of yellow to make it more visible. And we're gonna create, okay, like this, like some leaves. I'm gonna make some edges like that. Maybe here, like that. And I'm gonna use the edge of the palette knife to create some, like those lines on the leaf. Then I'm gonna add some white so that some leaves will be more bright. Okay, like that. And I think I have to add some leaves here. Here as well. And here, I'm gonna add something like that. All right, here as well. Here. All right. So these are just suggestions of leaves. Now I'm gonna make some more separation between the leaves, the flowers. So I'm gonna get my black. So you just have to, I'm gonna mix that with red so that, it's not plain black. And I'm gonna define this flower by separating them like that. Okay. And I'm gonna darken some petals. All right. Now I'm gonna get my clean palette knife to add, actually it's not absolutely clean, but it's quite clean compared to, quite cleaner. I'm just gonna, again, go back to some petals. Okay, I'm gonna use my magenta. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna use my magenta and mix this with white. Okay, and go inside. Again, highlight. Okay, now I think I have to highlight this even more, so I'm gonna add more white, or I'm gonna get my medium magenta. Doesn't have to be white. I'm just gonna get my medium magenta. Actually, the black is mixing, so I'm taking it off. So this time I'm just dabbing and removing some lines. I'm just dabbing, so another palette knife movement for you. Again, white, trying to make some patterns of flowers. Like that. Okay. It's nice. All right. I'm gonna get again my white. Just for the final touches, and I think we're done. Okay. Gonna get my white. And I'm gonna apply that outside the petals. Just outside and along the circles like that. It's highly texturized. Okay, here. Right, like that. Here. Like that. All right. Okay, so absolutely just palette knife. All right. Oh my gosh, this is nice. So I'm gonna add some tiny bit of white for the leaves. Do not overdo this step because we're just highlighting the leaves. We're not painting the leaves white. Okay. All right. I'm gonna wash my palette knife. Yes, you can actually wipe your palette knife, but I have to wash it in order for me to really remove the colors. And I'm gonna go for black. And make some, like, make this part quite, yeah, like that. It's so hard to explain. Like, make it really, what do you call that? Rugged. So again, I'm gonna make some more depth here and there. Maybe I'm gonna mix that with magenta. So black plus magenta, just to make some dark tones. Yeah, don't overdo this step because we already highlighted the flower. All right, then get your black. Like that, just to separate it, make some separation, defining. It's very abstract-ish, and it's not really all the time that you see me do this, which I like, because, you know, sometimes I feel like I have to do something else as well. So I'm gonna get again my greens and make some more leaf or leaves in the background. just suggestions of leaves. It doesn't have to be like realistically looking, just suggestion, because the main focus of this painting is actually the flowers. All right. Oh my gosh, this is nice. Okay, I think I have to sign it now. I have to sign it now, and this is the only exception for the palette knife painting. I'm gonna use my brush. So I'm gonna get my white paint and sign it here. Okay, it's quite wet, really. Okay, right. Okay, I think this is done. Yay! We're done, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this palette knife tutorial. And yes, this is my, I don't know, like my only third time to be doing some abstract-ish painting. You know me, I always do as realistic as possible. But I hope that I gave you some learnings about how to use your palette knives. And me as well, I kind of enjoy this one because, as I always say, I mean, as I told you, I don't really do this kind of style, you know, really often. So I'm glad I did this today. So thanks for watching, guys. See you in my next video.